the groundbreaking of the new Sutter Advanced Neuroscience Center at Mission Bernal. This is a state-of-the-art facility that is going to dramatically change access to care, to leading neuroscience care in San Francisco and beyond, all across Northern California. This complex represents a promise. It represents a promise that by being here today, we're showing we intend to keep. It's a promise to our patients, our physicians, our city, and the patients who need us. We're honored to be joined today by so many partners, champions of Sutter, members of our board, philanthropic supporters, Sutter Health leaders, and especially physician leaders to mark today's milestone. Thank you for being here today. This morning, we're going to hear from an inspiring group of people and partners who have made today possible. And so now I'm very pleased to introduce my colleague and dyad partner, Dr. Rob Norgren, our Chief Medical Officer of the Greater San Francisco Division.
Thank you so much, Christina, and thank you all so much for being here today. This is such a powerful, important day for the physicians, the medical community here in San Francisco. This advanced care complex is going to provide unparalleled access for our patients, access to diagnostic equipment, access to surgical suites, access to the best diagnostic minds in medicine. And we also know that it's going to also provide access to care coordination beyond the four walls of this building. We know that this care complex is going to serve who need access to neurologic services and beyond San Francisco across our footprint. And the care teams who work here, they're going to be able to provide even more care coordination, even more compassionate care to this community and beyond, again, beyond San Francisco. I am so excited to be here today. We are so excited to be part of this project that's going to impact patients, their families, and this community for generations to come. I am also excited and honored to introduce Ken McNeely, the board chair for Sutter Health's Board of Directors, whose vision and inspiration continues to help move us forward. Ken.
Well, good morning, everyone, and what a beautiful day we have to be able to cut the ribbon on such a fantastic facility, and I'm so excited to be here. Just a few blocks from my new home up in Diamond Heights. This is my facility, this is my community, and I'm so excited to be investing in it. As Rob said, I'm chair of the Sutter Health Board of Directors, and I'm honored to be here to celebrate this milestone with all of you in this world-class city like San Francisco. We deserve world-class care. And that is what Sutter Advanced Neuroscience Complex at Mission Bernal will provide as the premier destination for comprehensive advanced neuroscience care. This project is a demonstration of Sutter's commitment to this very special city and the communities we serve here. It is also a demonstration of our commitment to expand access to care. Here in San Francisco and across our footprint, by developing new and enhanced facilities, bringing more physicians into our system, and creating new and creative, innovative programs. High caliber programs like those patients will be able to access here at the Advanced Neuroscience Complex. My fellow board members and I are very proud of this project, and we have a great confidence in Sutter's leadership and the physicians and the researchers who will innovate and deliver exceptional care here. We're grateful for the continued collaboration and partnership from local, state elected officials and our physicians and medical groups and community leaders, neighbors, and others. And we want to thank you for working with us to bring this exceptional care to San Francisco. It's now my privilege to introduce a leader who is shaping the future of healthcare with bold vision and unstoppable momentum, Sutter's President and CEO, Warner Thomas.
Well, good morning, everybody. How are you? Kind of an exciting day, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd be here today? Such a beautiful day here in San Francisco and celebrating such an amazing, groundbreaking event. I do want to thank our elected officials who are here today, and thank you for your public service. A lot of folks like to criticize our public officials, but I always say to folks, and you ought to run for office then. So we appreciate our folks being here. Mayor, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. We really appreciate you. Other city leaders, we thank you for your support. We have many of our Sutter CPMC trustees here. We appreciate what you've done over literally decades and centuries to support CPMC. It's really incredible. Many philanthropic supporters who grateful patients to help us, change and save lives every day. That's really, we couldn't do it without you. And then finally, our physician leaders, the engine of our system, and all of the folks that are our team members in Sutter. You guys make it happen. Give yourself a big round of applause for today. It's a challenging time in healthcare today. We face unprecedented changes and headwinds, whether they're cost pressures, whether it's regulatory challenges, or funding cuts. But it's a time like this that organizations that really matter, that really have courage, double down on their communities, and that's what Sutter Health is doing. We're an organization that's willing to take the challenges on and to be able to invest in things that really matter, and that's what we're doing here today. Sutter cares for nearly 1 in 10 people in California, nearly 1 in 100 in America. Just think about that for a minute. 1 in 100 people in America come to Sutter Health for their care. 3.6 million people every year turn to us collectively to take care of them. And we focus on what we do each and every day, which is change and save lives. While we're here today, somebody is likely getting a transplant at CPMC. We're likely caring for a cancer patient somewhere in our network. We're delivering a mom who's going to bring a new life into this world. We're helping, take care of children across our system. What we do and what all of our colleagues do each and every day, it matters. It matters to the communities that we serve. We set out collectively, and the Sutter Health Board has been amazing. I can tell you one of the reasons that I'm here today with you is because of them and their support to me and to the vision that we've set out. We set out what we call Destination 2030, to take Sutter Health to new levels that we've never seen before, to be the best place to take care of patients, to be the best employer in the country. We've seen turnover reduce, nearly 60%. We've hired 2,100 physicians and clinicians in our system in the last 2 years. And that's because they're people that have the confidence to come here and be part of it. It's why we're able to do this incredible advanced care complex for neuroscience, because we're able to hire the best of the best. And that's what's going to make this facility different. It's going to be an amazing facility. It's going to be a great physical location. But the talent that's going to be in it is what matters. The people that are inside it are what matter. They're people that work together as a team, and they work together at a common mission, which is to take care of our patients. Patients first and our people always. This complex is, as an aside, we've hired nearly 70 new neurologists across our system over the past couple of years. We've seen a 300% increase in patients at our Dolby Brain Health Center over the past 2 years. And that's because, people need help. Access to healthcare is challenging, but access to neuroscience care is even more challenging. And that's why projects like this are critically important, to care for people each and every day. And once again, if you think about Sutter CPMC and the history, going back to, been taking care of San Francisco, going back to the 1850s, to the gold rush. Taking care of our children with polio, taking care of our patients during the HIV/AIDS crisis. And this complex will build on that great history. We stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us, and that's what we're doing today, is to advance this organization and take care of the patients of tomorrow. Philanthropy matters. It matters a lot. We can't do projects like this without philanthropy. I'm especially grateful to the Dolby family for your gift to create the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center. It's a privilege to get to know you, and you are, as I said, 300% more patients coming to be seen, and frankly, I think that'll double and triple again in the next year or two. And recently, we just got a gift, actually yesterday, for a $2 million gift into that Brain Health Center to help us continue to expand care. Well, so we can't do it without you. We will announce a $100 million campaign to raise funds for this entity, and that's going to allow us to build world-class programs, hire the best talent, expand research and capabilities. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is to take care of patients, to take care of our people. And so once again, we appreciate everybody being here. We appreciate the support of our physicians and both our folks in our neurological care area and our folks in our West Bay Medical Group, but also all of our physicians. I see many of our medical staff leaders here. We cannot do this without you. And we can't do it without our physicians that help us lead the change in healthcare each and every day. And we can't do it without all of our team members that are here across Sutter Health. So with that, it's an honor and a privilege to introduce somebody who shares our commitment to build a stronger San Francisco, somebody who is leading San Francisco to new levels. And as a citizen, I'm excited to be part of that and watch that happen. Please, let's give a great Sutter Health welcome to the 46th Mayor of the City and County of San Francisco, Mayor Daniel Lurie.
I promise I will be brief, and it's not for you. It's really hot up here. Warner, thank you very much. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you up there. I hope you're doing well. I want to thank everybody at Sutter Health, our city and state leaders I want to thank as well, but especially the doctors, the nurses, and the staff who will bring this new facility to life and care for the people of San Francisco. So it's an honor to stand with you today for a milestone moment, an investment that speaks to who we are as a city. We all know the need. For too many families, access to advanced neurological care can feel distant, geographically or, of course, financially. Delays in diagnosis, fragmented treatment, and long travel times can turn a difficult diagnosis into an even harder journey. That changes here. On this historic site of the former St. Luke's Hospital, long a cornerstone of care in the mission, we're building something new, a state-of-the-art 5-story neuroscience center with neurology, neurosurgery, imaging, rehabilitation, outpatient procedures, and even clinical trials all under one roof. This complex will mean faster diagnosis, more integrated care, and better outcomes for patients and families throughout this region. This is San Francisco at its best. We all know that we lead in innovation across sectors and in delivering world-class care to people who need it most. We don't wait for solutions to come to us. We build them, and we do so in partnership. So I want to also extend my thanks to the Dolby family, to Dagmar and to Dave for their investment. I want to thank Sutter Health for their investment. Together, we are building a stronger, more resilient healthcare system in San Francisco. Let's have this project be a symbol of what's possible when we work together. A healthier, more connected city for generations to come. Let's go, San Francisco.
I love that. Let's go, San Francisco. Thank you so much, Mayor Lurie. Thank you for your support and your partnership and the way you're leading our city. And now I am honored to welcome another longtime champion of this city. As former president of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors and California State Assembly member, and now as city attorney, David Chu has been a steadfast advocate for the health and well-being of all San Franciscans. Please join me in welcoming San Francisco City Attorney David Chu.
Good morning, San Francisco. I think it's fitting that the sun is shining on this spot here today. The sun is shining on the biggest brains in the country who are building the best brain center here on the West Coast, and that is all of you. I am thrilled to be part of this celebration, which for me is a celebration of history, the present, and the future. The history. For those of you who don't know, this is a moment that is 150 years in the making, because in the 1870s, the Episcopal Church opened a facility called St. Luke's. They opened it to patients of all backgrounds and denominations, people of all creeds and color. In this neighborhood, where the mission meets Bernal, where immigrants meet the working class, St. Luke's and Sutter has been true to this mission for a century and a half. But let me just fast forward to 12 years ago, 2012. There was an inflection moment at this very site. Some of you may remember that St. Luke's was required under state law to be completely rebuilt because at that time it was seismically unsafe. Its future was in controversy. At that moment, there was not agreement between community and labor, healthcare providers, and others. I'm here because during that time period, there was a table that was set by a CPMC board member, Lou Gerardo. We spent many, many months waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning with the former CEO of CPMC, the former president of Sutter, my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors, Mayor Lee and his staff. We hammered out an agreement to establish this Mission Bernal campus, which is the foundation of where we are today. Let me fast forward to this moment of celebration. We are here with all of you who are the next generation of leaders that are going to take us forward. As the mayor just said, today is a celebration of many things, but I would say it's an investment not just in a new building. It's about access to care. It's about the advancement of health equity. At a time when access to care and health equity is not something we can take for granted. This groundbreaking has come to reflect the very best of what happens when the public sector, the nonprofit sector, and the private sectors come together. When labor and community, when healthcare providers, but particularly when the leadership of Sutter says we are going to make impossible things happen. So I just want to talk and end with a moment moving into the future. My 9-year-old son was born in a Sutter CPMC facility. And I not just want to thank all of the healthcare providers here, but I want to say that because of you, his generations and the generations in front of him will have access to not just the best brain care, but the best health care that medicine has to offer. And I know that you will carry on not just the legacy of St. Luke's, you will do this in the city of St. Francis. You will do this for the next 150 years. Congratulations.
Thank you, City Attorney Chu. And thank you, Mayor Lori. We have a saying at Sutter that getting better never stops, and we can't get better without amazing partners at the city level in San Francisco. So thank you for being here today and celebrating with us. And now it's my honor and privilege to introduce to you somebody who has changed and shaped the future of brain health in San Francisco and at CPMC and beyond, and that person is Dave Dolby. The Dolby family had a vision to ensure that patients and families facing cognitive impairment and Alzheimer's disease had access to exceptional wraparound care. And with their generous philanthropic investment more than a decade ago, we were able to not only realize that vision, but to create the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center, one of the only programs of its kind right here in San Francisco. A year and a half ago, when we started discussing this project with Sutter's board of directors, it's important to talk about the impact that the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center had already had on neuroscience care in the region. It was 6 months after the FDA first approved lecanemab, one of the new novel groundbreaking Alzheimer's treatments. There have been more since then, but the focus of the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center on access and physician leaders like Dr. Armand Mugamian meant that Sutter was the first health system in Northern California to start patients on that groundbreaking drug, and we continue to outpace other systems with a focus on access to the best and most updated care. That is what investment and a vision does. Thank you so much to the Dolby family. I'm pleased to say that the Dolby Center will eventually make its permanent home at the Sutter Advanced Neuroscience Complex thanks to their unwavering commitment. And as a part of Sutter Health's integrated system, it will serve as a hub for extending the innovative model that the Dolby family made possible to many more thousands of families in need across our region. Dave and his family's visionary investment reflect a deep belief in innovation and research, as well as a deep compassion for the many patients and families facing the challenge of living with this difficult diagnosis. We are so proud to partner with you, Dolby family, to continue to advance what's possible in neuroscience. Please join me in welcoming Dave Dolby.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Really delighted to be here. 15 years ago, my father, Ray Dolby, who is an inventor, an engineer, and a founder of Dolby Laboratories, alongside my mother, who's here in the front row, came down with a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. We witnessed firsthand what it was like to have a patient go through this course of care, navigating what can be a very complex diagnosis to tackle, to nail down. And then beyond that, to recognize there were few, if any, interventions available to change the course of the disease, to truly modify it. In that 15 years since then, I've committed some of my time to learning more about neuroscience, to learning about the course of care, really the standard of care, and how groups like Sutter Health can really take a scientific lens to understanding the science of care, both combining compassion for the patient and their families, and also employing all the best tools and technologies available to them that may include imaging, computerized cognition assessment, new blood tests available to detect amyloid and tau levels, as well as other metrics that can be used in clinical trials to really target patients, identify what cohorts they're in, and put them into the best types of experimental therapies. In my pursuit of this technology and finding new pharmaceutical approaches, I came to learn about Armin and his passion, and we were really made for each other. I was just so delighted to find a partner here who wanted to bring forth and advance the standard of care. And today is like a dream come true, knowing that we're not only going to get a great building, but we're going to have amazing people supporting patients and their families. And I want to emphasize, it's not just the patient, it's the whole family, the whole support network around that patient who can both keep them safe and cherish them and encourage them to pursue therapies, whether they're available today or if they're part of the whole clinical trials process. Historically, large hospitals aren't really suited to do clinical trials, and I'm delighted that CPMC and Sutter Health is leaning into that. So in the same way that my father was developing technologies that he wanted to advance experiences and make them available widely to the general population, I'm really delighted that we're doing that here. And we're broadening the reach, both in this center, but also I think you'll hear more about the additional access that patients will get to the model that Armin has crafted at the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center to patients well beyond just San Francisco. So thank you very much, and we're very excited, and I look forward to pursuing this campaign together so we can build it. And once again, thank you, Mayor Lurie, for being here and supporting us, leading our city. Thank you.
Dave, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for your support and the support of your family of our efforts. We've heard a little bit today about the physicians who are going to work in this building. And in a moment, I get to introduce one of them. But before I do that, I want to thank and recognize all the members of the CPMC medical staff who are here, the neurologists, the neuroscientists whose vision really created the ideas behind this building, whose vision creates the programs, and obviously will also provide the clinical care. So thank you. We would not be here today without all of your support. So I'm really pleased to introduce Dr. Armin Mugamian. You've heard a mention of his work through the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center. Dr. Mugamian has a number of titles, so I'm going to read some of them so I don't miss any of them. He's a cognitive neurologist, and he's a member of the Sutter West Bay Medical Group and the medical director of the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center. He serves as the division chief of neurology and vice chair of neurosciences at CPMC. and he's also the chief of memory disorders for the Sutter Health Neuroscience Service Line, and he's working with that group to figure out how do we provide care not just in a building like this, but across our entire footprint. So thank you, Armin, for your work, and looking forward to a very, very bright future.
So thanks, Rob. Thanks to everyone up here for putting this together, and for everyone out there. It's a beautiful day in San Francisco, so we should all enjoy this. I want to start by thanking Dave and Dagmar. Your generosity and support have helped make this possible. Your partnership has really demonstrated what the power of visionary philanthropy can do to improving the lives of our patients and our community, so thank you. It's a privilege to work with your family, and we are proud to carry forward the name and legacy with the work that we do every day. So thank you again. Neurologic disease is some of the most impactful disease in patients' lives. And we've sort of alluded to this, but I think it's really important to call that out because the nervous system is how we interact with the world. As the nervous system degenerates or becomes dysfunctional, it leads to significant disability and reliance on family and caregivers so that patients can live their lives and have a good quality of life. For many years, there have been very limited options for neurologic disease. However, this is changing. From stroke to migraine to my field of Alzheimer's disease, we now have new therapies that are emerging which are targeting the underlying biology of these diseases and allowing us to slow the progression of the disease and improve lives of patients. And so I am so excited about the decade ahead for neurosciences. This new neuroscience complex is a powerful testament to Sutter's commitment to brain health and a critical expansion to access of high quality care and innovative care. The goal of this center is to put the patient first and deliver this care to our community so that patients can have the earliest access to these novel therapies. In San Francisco, for many years, we've cared for patients across Northern California with complex neurologic disease. As regional demand grows, this complex will provide the space, tools, and team to serve more patients effectively. It will feature a multidisciplinary approach to diagnostics, state-of-the-art imaging, ambulatory surgery, and these high-demand services such as that imaging lab, infusion center, and rehab. We can put everything under one roof and really provide patients the highest quality of care. I'm especially proud about the Ray Dolby Brain Health Center being a cornerstone of this complex. It is, as was mentioned, I run it, but I'll boast a little bit here. I think it is one of a kind program nationally, really providing coordinated family-centered care, providing research, advanced diagnostics, and therapeutics. Similarly, the Forbes Norris ALS Center offers this multidisciplinary approach, and we're going to be down the hall from each other. So we're going to foster collaboration and improve care across these specialties. This complex supports the ongoing growth of the Sutter West Bay Medical Group. It's physician-led, founded in San Francisco, over 200 physicians with 40 different specialties from primary care to quaternary care, and we're so happy to provide care to Northern California and beyond. Thank you to everybody who's made this vision a reality, especially my physician co-leads, Drs. Katz, Lang, Barazangi, English, and Lee, who are here in the front rows. The future of neuroscience is being built here in San Francisco, and I am so excited to get it started. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mogamian. I had the chance, as we were preparing to bring this project before the board, to talk to the husband of one of Dr. Mogamian's patients. And it's not just incredible innovation and commitment, but it's incredible heart for patients and their families, and that's led by you, so thank you. This morning, we have heard from city leaders, visionary philanthropists, physicians about the future and what this neuroscience complex represents. Expanded access, deeper innovation, and a stronger, more connected future for brain health and neuroscience. We are grateful to all of you for your partnership as we take this very important step forward. Before we call the first round for photos, I do want to thank several individuals who made this event possible. And this was not on the script, but we know the work that you put in behind the scenes. Antoinette Shockey, our site administrator for Mission Bernal. Melissa White and that team, the external affairs team, Jacob Frank and Ashley Borman from our communications teams. Thank you to all of you for making this a beautiful day and for ordering great weather. I mean, clearly you have an in. So now it's time to officially mark the start. I'd like to invite Ken Warner, Mayor Lurie, David Chu, CEO of Sutter West Bay Medical Group, Meredith Heilman, CMO of Sutter West Bay Medical Group, Dr. John Lee, to join us here as we officially break ground on the Sutter Advanced Neuroscience Complex at Mission Bernal. I'm going to call out the next round here.